I love being a mother. And that was a gift that God gave to me. God did not give that gift to government. And for government to come in and to dictate and to take those rights away from me, how dare they? And that's where my passion comes. And my background in 23 years in administration and teaching in the private sector. I've always fought for children, and I've always fought for the underdog. That's what I've done my whole life. The bills that I carry are not really political bills. To fight for the rights of our children, for the safety of our children and the health of our children, and to protect parents is not a political platform. It's not a Democratic or Republican platform. First of all, I'm very, very, very clear that no entity is going to come and tell me what my child needs or force me to put them on medication. If they choose to force me to put them on medication, I'd be in prison. I really would, because I will fight for my children. Everyone that is a parent understands very clearly that it's their right, not government right. This is why we gave birth to them. It's not to give them to government. And my son, in today's society, would be recommended to be on medication. Because his energy level is like mine. And then my grandbaby, oh my gosh, she's off the roof. A child that is high energy is treated as having some kind of dysfunction, mental dysfunction. The doctors are saying, they're not saying, go ahead and get them in sports, go ahead and get them in activities. No, they're saying, listen, we'll help you. You just start them on this medication. And once you start them, it's almost impossible to get them off. This is a moral issue that we're turning our face and not looking at it as a moral issue. And sometimes this battle in protecting our children we become weary at times. But then we come across people like you. That is an injection. CCHR is like an injection, that you don't feel alone. That you must stand and you must battle for those things that you believe. You guys are there to say, listen, there are other ways, other forms to deal with whatever it is, that energy that children have, and that it's normal to be hyper, and it's normal, to have feelings, and it's normal, and for you guys to stand and to fight for this. Love you guys. Love you guys. And that is the reason I walk hand in hand with you, and you walk hand in hand with me. You're an active organization, and you're active in the areas that are very dear and close to my heart, and when it comes to protecting our children. So this passion came through in reference to introducing this legislation was because of your organization. If it wasn't for you, CCHR, for being there when I needed you for this bill, it wouldn't have happened. It would have not happened. This bill protects the child. It doesn't allow the schools to do any kind of screening without parental consent. In school, they cannot be coerced to take medication. They cannot go to the parent and say, listen, don't bring your child back unless you have them on medication. They cannot do that. And third, which is the most important, no government entity can come in and take your child because you refuse to give them psychotropic medication. This legislation is now law. If it wasn't for CCHR, we would have never been able to pass this law. This protects the parent. This protects the child. This is why this bill is so important. This is why this needs to be model legislation for every state to pass. I might not look like it, but I'm Hispanic. And I belong to the National Hispanic Caucus of State Legislators. I'm on their board. It's a bipartisan organization. It's one of the best when it comes to Hispanics because we don't all think alike, and we're not a rubber stamp. What we did is we took the language of the bill, which is the body of the bill. We wrote a resolution, and here again, with the help of CCHR, presented the resolution. So all legislators that belong to the National Hispanic Caucus of State Legislators would vote on this resolution so that it could be sent, of course, to the federal level for them to look into and make this part of their platform to protect our children. So when the resolution was presented, everybody there thought, oh my gosh, we were not aware of this. The majority of these people are Hispanic, very family-oriented, very much family-oriented, and they embraced it. So to make a long story short, it passed. The resolution now is in Washington, and it's at the Department of Health. And now what we need to do is promote this on the federal level. Do the same thing that we did in our state, because they have to understand that this is not about Democrats or Republicans. This is about our children and our right as parents, period. Period. And protecting our children.